It's Lou Rawk, and I'm on the J All Day podcast.
Mic check, mic check.
Hello.
What's poppin'? What's cracking? It's your host from the West Coast, Jenna, aka J All Day, and who's in the building?
Who's that is? It's Lou Rawk, right?
Ooh! I love Lou Rawk.
I had to get up in here for my sister's podcast right quick.
Hell yeah.
Duck and Bunny rides again.
Rides again, we're back at it.
Quack.
Don't call it a comeback.
Quack.
A quack back.
A kumquat?
A kumquat? What is a bunny? They don't even make sounds. They just make like
Yeah, right?
sounds, right?
I mean, don't they? I think they squeak. Don't they squeak?
Well, if you like squeeze them or something.
Yeah, right. If they did, I mean, so it's
Don't tell any sad stories about bunnies.
Okay, never mind.
We're not doing this right now.
Because
I cut your ass off.
I used to have a bunny, but
No.
the keyword is used.
No, we're not going here. We're not going here. First of all, excuse the hair because I'm trying to train it for tonight. You know what I mean? So it looks crazy, but.
Wait, what's going on tonight?
I'm going to a sports award event.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's actually
That's
at the
gonna be
West
dope.
End.
What?
So like Tyler Lockett's gonna be there. There's gonna be hella people. I'm an ambassador for glacial cryotherapy, you know, and so me and my boyfriend Will both are. And so we got invited to go to that.
That's
And I'm like so pumped about it. You know me in sports, like I
Yeah.
fucking love sports. So that's gonna be really exciting.
Oh, shit.
But enough about me real quick.
Yes.
Let's talk about you and what do you do? Like plug whatever the fuck you want to plug. Everything.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I pretty much DJ all around the greater Seattle and Washington Northwest area.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can catch me on the radio and whatnot. You can catch me at the club every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, mostly. I usually frequent places like Q nightclub for hot sauce.
That's
Sam's
just packed
Tavern.
too.
Q
Every
nuts.
time.
Q is like my favorite place, honestly. And actually, when I talk to people from out of town, they actually say that's like, oh, you DJ at Q? That's
I
like,
always
okay,
tell
play.
people actually to go to Q because it's like it's just always popping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's younger, it's a young crowd,
Mhm.
but it's always just live.
Cool. And then aside from that, you can find me randomly helping out at my homies' establishments here and there, at like my boy's barbecue restaurant or whatnot.
Lou Rawk's for the people.
I really am for the people.
He's the people's man.
Shit, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm
That's what's up.
pretty boring guy except for grinding and partying.
Nah. You're not boring. You're fun. Me and Lou Rawk, we have a good time together because we're both equally fucking idiots.
Yeah.
So it works out really, really well.
Right. Once you just meet someone who matches your silly, it's just
Facts.
you can't help it.
I swear, like when I first met Lou Rawk, I was like, I like you. And that usually doesn't happen like right off bat for me, but when it does happen, it's real. Like that's how I met all of my best friends is like, I fuck with you.
Yeah.
And then it's like easy. You know what I mean? That's what I always tell people. If a relationship is effortless, then like that's key. That's golden.
right there. Exactly.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Jesus.
start it off with first I gotta shout out Jaden. Jaden, he's the homie. He listens with his mom, Lindsay Marie too, on IG. I want to get that out the way because this podcast is gonna be totally inappropriate. So
Oh.
Jaden, thank you for listening to the beginning. But you gotta go, little man. Okay, so
I think I remember his mom too from the
From the show?
DMs. Yeah.
yeah,
That's what's up.
I love the like listeners and like people that have followed me. Like they're just something else, man. It really keeps me going. So
Oh yeah,
shout out to you for being my support.
for sure.
You know what I mean? Let's do a new snack alert. So new snack alert.
Yes.
When's the last time you heard that?
I miss it. I hear it in my head all the time when I'm
All
at
the
the store.
time.
Is there a new snack?
I think a lot of people actually that stuck with them. I'm gonna try to do something bigger with that, but for now it's just doing this and then posting it on my IG. I have so much going on. Like I only got 10 fingers. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, personally, I think I'm gonna copyright this idea right now for Jenna.
Okay.
But you should make like a physical new snack alert, like a button that you push whenever you find a new snack.
And then just like snack
And just-
alert.
snack alert.
I should. Well, you know what? I could probably just record it on. I just use my iPhone to, do videos on here, so it's hard because I don't have anything to use. But I could just use it as a sound effect. Like
Yeah.
that's all I gotta do is just voice note it.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I got you. I'm gonna work on that,
Cool,
Lou.
cool. I appreciate that.
So the snack alert is Dunkin' Donuts.
Mhm.
They're gonna have a matcha latte, all different kinds, boy. Yes. I know. And you're a big fan of matcha, like I am.
Oh yeah.
Some people though, they
Mhm.
think it tastes like grass.
Really?
Yeah, like I've literally been like, someone's been like, tastes like fucking dirt, and I'm like, really?
Really?
I like it though.
Yeah.
I like the
it.
hot matcha, the cold matcha, the frappy matcha.
Yeah, and I just love that you can like matcha is like, and it's not just a tea flavor, it's a donut flavor, it's an ice cream
Yes.
flavor, it's a Pocky
and
flavor.
it's like a Twix flavor.
It's
That's
a Twix
so
flavor,
good.
and the matcha Kit
I mean, not
Kats.
Twix. Yeah, Kit Kats. I mean,
Yes.
not
Oh,
Twix.
matcha
That would be
Kit Kats
weird.
are
I
so
think.
bomb. Actually,
Yeah,
I'm
they're
gonna try it,
so
though.
good. But it's like a distinct taste,
Mhm.
and it tastes very Landish.
Landish.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
like earthy.
Earthy. That's
Yeah.
a much better word. What the fuck is landish, Jenna?
Landish. It tastes
I come
like
up
land.
with like the dumbest shit. Lou
It
Rawk
tastes-
knows.
Yes,
I come up
do.
with some like off the wall, like, what the fuck you mean this? I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I
It
mean.
tastes landish.
Landish, earthy, what the fuck ever. You're trying to one-up me already, Lou Rawk. It's my podcast. Okay.
My bad. I learned that because we had to fucking do coffee tastings. And the first time I said this coffee tastes like dirt. And then my manager was like, no, the term is earthy.
Earthy, okay? You're like, oh shit, well, either one it works. So that's the new snack alert! You can see it on my story if you're listening on, what day is it today? I don't even know what days it is anymore.
Thursday.
What's the date?
The 6th.
Well, it's Thursday the 6th, I guess, if you look at my Instagram. I never put dates on the podcast, so.
Yeah. Remember this, secret code.
Yeah. So they're coming out with them in March.
That's crazy though, because we don't even have any Dunkin' Donuts here, I believe.
I think you do. Yeah, you do.
Do we?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna look that up.
Oh wait, no, it's Dutch Bros.
Yeah, we have one Dutch Bros here.
No Dunkin', huh?
Yeah, we used to. Dunkin'.
I thought that there was a Dunkin'.
Dunkin' used to be a big thing out here, and then Krispy Kreme came, and
Oh,
then just
and they
totally,
shut it down.
yeah, just totally shut it down.
And then
So-
Starbucks just shit on everybody anyway.
Starbucks.
I know. Here. I'm always like, I sound like I'm fresh off the boat every day of my life. Okay, so are you looking up Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah.
Okay. See where the newest location is. I'm excited for this. I miss you, Lou Rawk.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
We are
I
unable
see.
to find a Dunkin' within your radius.
Damn. Well, sorry, everybody. Well, I do have listeners everywhere else, though, so.
But you know that, cause like that's actually what the first thing I get when I visit my brother in Chicago.
Is Dunkin', huh? I'm not, like, that's just not a thing I do.
Mm.
I don't know, like, it's not like Krispy Kreme's not a big thing for me. People think I'm crazy because I'm not, like, obsessed with donuts. I'm just really not. I'll take a bagel over a donut, I think.
Some people are more savory than sweet.
Yeah, but I love my sweet shit.
Yeah, you do actually.
It's just donuts are just not the move for me. I'll get a cake pop or something, like, them shits is good.
Right. Maybe it's just too much. You know
I
what
think it's too much sugar.
You should
Like
make a
when
mini
it's like
donut.
when it's really mini donuts, like donut holes,
Mhm.
all day.
Mm.
I'll fuck those up.
Yeah.
And I think my favorite donut is like the white donuts, the white powder donuts.
The Coke donuts.
The cocaine
Make it
donuts.
look like, make
Oh
it look
my
like Tyrone Biggums.
Yeah, you catch me eating those in the dark, you'd be like, Jenna.
Jenna, what are you doing?
So good. Donuts, it's just a bag.
It's just donuts.
Okay, so Erykah Badu, let's move on
Yes.
to, she is releasing a perfume that smells like her poo-nani.
What?
So I never knew this. I actually was just reading about this. There's an urban legend behind her pussy.
Really?
Yes.
What's this urban legend?
The urban legend is that it changes people. It empowers people, has superpowers. Common, I guess there was like an interview with him saying that he didn't eat after they broke up. Like he had no appetite, he was stressed, crying, whatever. And then Andre 3000 switched up his whole style after they broke up.
Yeah.
And so she was talking about how, like, you know, that's what everyone says, is that she has these magical powers within her vagina.
What the fuck?
I never knew that, but it seems like
That's
such an Erykah
crazy.
Badu thing to say.
Yeah, it does. Just be like, oh my, there's healing powers down here.
Right.
Or like, dang, how holistic is her shit?
Pretty holistic.
Dang.
I don't know. I mean, I know that she's like very like into her health and
Yeah.
like I think she might even be vegan. If
Right.
I'm not.
I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
mean, she looks like a vegan bitch.
She might be some type of like elite vegan that we don't.
Oh,
even
raw
know
vegan
about.
all day. Something I can never be in my
I only
entire
eat
life.
from the garden.
Right. I only eat from my garden that I water with my juices.
Actually, random tangent, but you know who's actually all about eating from his own garden and sustainability and like
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan too. Jason Mraz.
Oh,
Randomly.
really?
He has like on his compound. He has like a farm where he lives in
That's
in
dope.
Cali, and he's like, yeah, everything you guys ate on my table is from my garden and stuff.
That's such a
That's
proud
pretty cool.
moment for a lot of people too.
Yeah.
Like you know, Gio, my
Mhm.
homie Gio, he has plants everywhere. Like his house looks like a jungle. I'm like, bro,
That's awesome.
he has a banana leaf in the middle of his living room, and I'm like, I can't even see the TV, bro.
Tight.
And if you knew Gio, like you guys would laugh at it because he's so like one of a kind.
Yeah.
This fucking banana leaf, it like sweats.
Oh.
So we're like in the jungle. Like I don't know why this leaf is sweating. It's not humid. He lives in Cali. Like it's not even hot. It was like rainy here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you could see the drops from the big ass banana leaves. The plant's like almost 100 pounds.
Jesus.
And so he's like has it in the middle of his living room, and he swears he lives like a Rastafarian life. He was like, they got him in Jamaica, like it just makes me a better person. Like, I can't stand you. But it's crazy. I never seen a plant like leak like that.
that's
like
crazy.
I woke up to the pillow next to me because the plant was pretty much over my fucking head, and the pillow was soaked.
That's crazy.
I know.
And be like, yo, the fuck?
I'm like, am I
Did
in the
the puppy
jungle?
pee on me?
So yeah, that was
Dang,
crazy.
That's crazy. Oh, my bad. So
Oh yeah,
that's nuts though. So like, I've never even heard like that's crazy.
I know.
I wonder what it would. I mean,
Smell like?
Like, is it gonna smell like poo-nani?
Here's the thing. Like, there is a specific smell with every woman.
Yeah.
And you're a guy. I only smell one. That's mine, right? And barely even that, because how the hell am I going to do that, right?
Yes.
But there are distinct smells. It depends on your your pheromones, your everything. You know what I mean? Everything plays a part. Now, there are some, like, I don't think any vagina, though, smells like, I want to wear that as perfume.
Yeah.
That's weird.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
There's like sweeters, sours, all these different kinds, but it's like none of them are like
I want that.
Roses.
I want to bathe in that.
yeah, like it's just a smell.
Yeah.
It's like sweat, right? Like I have a really hard time getting BO. Like it takes a lot for me to like get BO.
Yeah.
I smell like when I sweat a little kid that's been rolling around in grass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just have that like smell of like outside. Yeah.
I'm kind of the same way too.
But other people, they get fucking stench right away, and they walk by, you're like, damn,
right?
how do you possess that smell?
Yeah, I never really understood that either. It's just like, because I mean,
And it's diet too, but like, I'm not gonna lie, I've ate like shit a lot of times, and I still don't stink like that.
right? Exactly.
So what is it?
Maybe it's just like habitual diet, like I
Maybe,
mean, that's what I can. Think
or
of.
something's rotting inside you. Like I don't really know.
Yeah.
Or like you just, you know, like when you do get BO, it's hella hard to get off. Like you can't just take a wash rag with some soap and like take it off. Your shit still smells like BO.
Yeah.
You got to go through the whole process, shower,
all
all that shit.
clean yourself,
Yeah.
scrub.
Or
and
you
shit.
still have that quaint smell of BO.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the case. Like maybe people just don't take appropriate showers. Maybe they're just not using any deodorant and not taking appropriate showers.
Or they just have stronger pheromones, maybe.
Wow, fuck, man, those are pheromones I don't want. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger pheromones. But
Those are unpheromones.
Yes, they're unfair moans.
That's wild. So like,
Yeah, so I don't know when she's gonna release that, but
Okay.
it's fucking weird.
did she just drop like an ad campaign on it, or like?
Yeah, well, I saw it like Shade Room or something, but
Okay.
it made me laugh because I've seen that before. What movie was that where
Booty sweat. No, I'm kidding.
it was an Eddie Murphy movie. He's like a sales dude. Not Boomerang. Is it Boomerang? I think it might be Boomerang.
Is it Boomerang?
Where the woman, she's trying to make perfume. It's like that model woman, and she takes off her panties, and she's like, smell this. I want this to smell like this. Remember? And then the guy like walks out. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's with Halle Berry, right?
Yeah.
Berry, yep. Boomerang. It's like that. Like, yes, it probably would attract men.
Yeah.
But weird.
Yeah, it would attract. Yeah, exactly.
And I would only wear my own pussy juice on me. Like, what, Erykah? I don't want to smell like your vagina. I want to
Yeah.
smell like mine.
I was gonna say that too. Like I mean, like I've smelled my fair share, and I haven't smelled one that made me want to stop eating after.
Well,
I
that's
got,
good.
Like
That's the key right there.
like I never met one that entranced me so much as Common and Andre 3000, I guess.
You know what? I'll never forget when the homie, because, you know, obviously, like I say all the time, I have a lot of guy friends more so than girls. And so, and my dudes, like, they don't have any type of, like, sensors.
Yeah,
Like, they forget that I'm a girl completely,
Yeah.
which is fine. But I remember when I had asked somebody, like, what if you go down on a girl and it stinks, like, so bad, but then you're already down there? Like, what are you supposed to do? It's an uncomfortable situation. They're like, Jenna, there's a 2-finger rule for a reason. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And so when they told me that, now that's all I could ever think about. Like, I don't know. It's just, it was so funny because I always thought it was just for different reasons. You know what I mean? And then, like, come to find out, there's a reason for it all.
There's a reason for it all, yeah.
Damn, I'm so happy I'm not a guy or a lesbian. No offense to anybody, but I could not deal with vaginas. They're scary. They are. They're so scary. And it's like, when you go into locker rooms and stuff,
Yeah.
you just, the smells that, like, It's weird.
Oh, I can't be any worse than a guy's locker room because
I don't know, man. I think it's a close tie.
close tie.
Sweaty balls and bad hygiene vagina.
Yeah. Are there overly confident women, like overly confident men in the locker room?
Yes.
There be guys like just straight up powdering their balls.
Not like that, but old women just don't care. And most time women don't care because they've had babies and shit. You know what I mean? And so it's kind of like they just undress whatever. But I hear stories from you and from Will and from everybody else, and it's always like, you know, a guy would come up and like do the Captain Morgan and be like, hey, so what's going on today? You're like, excuse me, sir, can you get your dick out of my face?
Oh
like,
my
I'm
god,
trying to
that
get the fuck
happens
out
to
of
Will
here.
too, doesn't it?
Yes.
It happens to me all the
And
fucking
they're always
time.
usually like really old white men.
Yeah, they're just like, so what are your fitness goals, bro? I'm trying to leave without you talking to me, bro.
What's my fitness
I'm
goal?
not trying to see a dick in my face right now.
Especially yours.
Yeah,
I know, people are out of pocket, right?
People are out of pocket.
Okay, so it's Bob Marley's birthday today.
It is.
And that's why I wanted you to come on today,
Specifically,
to talk about your first time getting high off of weed.
420 in New York right now.
No way.
Well, it's 120 here. So.
Oh, that's tight. We did it. And then, so yeah, your first time getting high.
Yes.
And your craziest, any type of related to weed story.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, so my first time getting high, I was like 14 or 15, right? So I was like a freshman in high school, you know, over here experimenting with drugs and whatnot, you know?
Yeah.
Like me and my boy was like, yo, my brother knows someone that will, like, he can buy weed for us. And I was like, all right, yo, I got like $5. And he's like, yo, I got $5 too.
I got $5.
Yeah. He's like, give me your 5. And then so I give him my 5, and then he's like, yo, meet me here, meet me back by the school track in a couple hours. And because he lived like right down the street from
track.
the school. Yeah, so,
Sounds like a fucking 90s
oh my
movie.
god. So
from the school track, guys.
From the school track, there's like a hill, and then there's all these bushes and shit, where people would, you know, smoke cigarettes and drink beer and all that shit. But my friend's brother, he's like, I stole my brother's pipe, and like he came out with a little dime bag, and I remember it too because I was like, you know, like you've only seen at that age, I've only seen like pot bags in the freaking Dare video.
Right.
Like
Don't
that.
do drugs. You're like, I want to do that.
I want to do that. So yeah, so my boy whips it out, and then like,
Pause.
Right? And then so fucking, maybe I hit it like maybe like just two puffs, and then all of a sudden I started feeling, you know, the tingle in the back of my head and shit.
Hair standing up.
And then I heard like I would just turn around really fast out of nowhere, and then my boy's like, "Are you good?" I was like, "Man, I think I'm high." And then so we just proceeded to have an adventure. So like after that, you know, we come out, we like leave the bushes and shit. We didn't even finish the whole dime. We just like hit it a couple times, and they were like, "Oh,
I'm loaded."
And then like it was the school's battle of the bands that day.
Oh, that's the best day to do it.
Yeah, and all of my homies were band nerds. So like we went and just kicked it with them, and then like, hey, where'd you guys go? And then like my boy Josh was way more cognizant than I was.
Yeah.
Cause I was just looking around and shit, and like everything looked cool and funny. I was like, man, this shit looks tight. And then they're like, yeah, Lou's high right now. And he's like, what? Hey, yo, Lou.
Why do people do that when you tell them you're high?
Yeah.
Don't flinch at me, bruh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to relax. Don't make me all whatever.
Yeah.
Go
My
ahead.
boy was like, and I was like, oh, you hit me, bro. Why'd you hit me? Why would you hit me? And he's like, dude, I never hit you. He's like, man, bro, I trusted you. And then like the band teacher came in when we were talking, and he's like, oh, Lou, shut up. She's like, you guys, why are you just standing around? Go help us bring stuff in.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think I should lift heavy things right now. And then she's like, Jacob, go help, please. And I was like, all right, cool. And then I bring in like the drum set, the freaking giant plastic drum shield. And they're like, Lou, why are you bringing in the biggest shit? And I was like, I don't know, man. I feel like I can lift anything right now.
I'm so strong.
Yeah, fast forward a couple hours, I'm at the Battle of the Bands. A couple of my friends like kept messing with me because like, oh, he's high. And then I always remember now, I have a special affinity for chili cheese Fritos.
Oh.
Because that was the very first thing I had when I was high, and they tasted so good. Oh,
Yeah.
They tasted so good. Oh, is it Frito?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, and I remember I just remember eating them.
Yeah.
I don't remember getting them or like paying for them or
Just eating them.
That's
the only part that matters.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And then that was pretty much it. Like all the music looked beautiful, and like everyone was like, "Jacob, are you okay?" And I was like, "This is amazing."
Sounds like you were on acid. My first time was nothing like that. It wasn't. I had like a couple first times though, because people used to always say like the first time you smoke you never get high.
Yeah.
Right?
That was like the fourth time I smoked.
Yeah, I think like the second time I smoked out of a bomb. And it was not very good story, so I'm gonna pass up on that one. But I got super lit. I was like 13, 14. And I had pirate's booty, white cheddar pirate's booty. That was my snack.
Okay.
And I have a special place in my heart for that
Crazy.
as well. You can only get it at Trader Joe's, but like it's some good shit. It was just, and I ate the whole bag. It was just like, and you do it for like 2 hours, and then you realize like, holy shit, I ain't done nothing but ate for like an hour.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
I know, right?
I was in like some like shed with like this older girl that I knew, and she had like a really bad piece of shit friend, and like that's how we got the weed. And it was like her mom was like a drug addict, so she had like all kinds of drugs. And so I smoked in there. And then I remember one time I went and decided to buy weed myself.
Okay.
The first time me actually purchasing this weed. I recently just told this story to my mom because I thought it was so fucking funny. And like, you know, my nephews are getting older and shit, and so we were talking about all that stuff. And I had gone and bought this weed from this guy named Ryan. He was a senior, I was a freshman. And he lived kind of close by. And so I walked to him, right? I paid him in like mostly quarters because that's all I could scrounge up, in like a Ziploc baggie.
Wow.
And he gave me like probably like a dime bag too.
Yeah.
Just one nug. It was like, you know, about like that big, right?
More than I got, shoot.
And so I had it, and I was like, oh my god, like I felt like I was like the shit, right? I was like, I'm buying weed and shit. And I was the only one that had plug, like out of all my friends. They were like, can you get this? I'm like, I got you. So like I went and got it, took it back to the house, and I'm like, it's wet. Like, why is it wet?
Yeah.
And like the weed was soaked, right? So then I had to blow dry it. So I'm like blow drying this weed to try to get it to be smokable because I can't put it in the pipe because I can't smoke it. I didn't know how to roll anything at that time. So I'm like blow drying. My whole bathroom smells like weed now because I'm blow drying this weed. Now looking back at it and have seen some fire ass weed, like this shit was swag.
Yeah.
Like swag like you've never seen before.
Yeah, right? Like goat weed?
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Like straight out of Mexico, fucking fucking, what do you call it? Not cilantro, but what do you call it?
Oregano?
Oregano.
Yeah.
Like the worst.
I mean, what else can we get at that age? You know what I'm saying?
Well, and he totally played me. You know what I mean? He was like, yeah, I got you. So I ended up drying it out, smoked it, ate a whole gallon of strawberry ice cream.
Oh, shit.
I've never felt so sick in my life.
Oh my god.
And I remember like putting my arm up and being like, why do I feel like my arm's moving? I probably wasn't even high, to tell you the truth, because the weed was such shit. But in my head, I was. So that's my, first couple times.
Dang, okay.
So what's your craziest story?
I'm trying to think of like a crazy high story. So the thing is, I mean, like, a lot of the times I don't remember the entire night, you know what I mean?
Because you're high.
So baked and shit. Okay, so there was one time in college, we were like having a summer like night party or whatever. I was only like smoking weed and drinking beers, but like I think there was some acid at this party and shit like that. There's some people who are on some shit. And so we're outside and I'm like smoking with this girl and shit, and we're just chilling, and like for some reason the drunk guys at the party kept trying to jump over the fire.
Were they white?
Yes, they were
white. Of course.
So they kept trying to jump over the fire, and like
it makes no sense. Like why do people do that shit? Like let's die. Like let's try and die tonight.
Let's try and die tonight. So one guy like, it's like he tried to jump over the fire, and I'm like right at the edge of the fire because I'm over here trying to game up this girl, and we're like, oh yeah, well, let's just smoke this right quick, be by the fire and shit. And then motherfucker jumps over the fire that I'm in front of, and like. He didn't make it all the way.
Fuck.
And so he like slips on a log and then just falls like full on back into the fire. And like he catches on fire for a second.
Shut the fuck up.
And he just like, oh shit, and just starts rolling and shit. And I'm like, oh shit. Like this is all right in front of me.
Oh my god.
And then his homies come over and they're like pouring beer on him and like trying to hit him and shit. And then he just gets up and he's like, oh yeah, let's go. And
let's do it again.
I was like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, so that was probably one of the like crazy moments.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
Being super high.
Did you ever figure out like what happened to him?
I mean, I saw him at like the next party. Like
he was fine doing it, jumping fires again.
Totally fine. He wasn't jumping fires anymore because they're like, you know what? After that shit, let's not. They didn't even light the fire pits after that anymore.
Thank God somebody has a brain. Shit.
But yeah, I was just like,
next time, bigger and better. Ring of fire.
But that was like. That was the first legit trap house I used to like kick it in, because like literally that house the entire time was just illicit activities going on here and there and shit like that, and yeah, it was crazy.
Clubhouse.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's funny. Okay, so my craziest story actually happened recently.
Oh yeah.
I told you about this when it like the day
when
that
it happened.
I literally called her right after because I was like, bro, I don't fucking understand what just happened, but all I know is it was fucking crazy. And so I never got the chance to tell it. So I'm telling it now.
Yes, listening again.
So I was going somewhere, right? Wasn't I going on some trip or something?
I think.
Like, where was I going?
I think you were about to go home for the weekend.
Well, something like that.
Because it was around the holiday time.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. So I went because I needed to get like I went to a cannabis club.
You wanted to get edibles.
And I wanted to get edibles, and I wanted to get like just like a cartridge.
The bare essentials, you know?
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I always went, if I was like in Seattle downtown, I always went to this like spot that I wasn't like my go-to, but I would go because it was like hella easy to get to, right?
Convenient.
Yeah, thank you. So I went there, I pulled up, I see this like crazy white Honda beat down, this dude's outside looking like he's going to like meth Coachella. Like he has like fucking one of those handkerchiefs over his face. He has no shirt on. He's like super pale white, kind of heavy, just like a beer belly, right? Looks like a tweaker, bro. Yeah. Like two of them standing outside look like tweakers. I was like, oh fuck, right? Because I didn't want to talk to nobody. I just wanted to mind my own business, get in, get out. So I would start walking up to the door, and I ignore the people that are next to me because I'm like I said, don't want to deal with it. Right. And I walk up to the door, and it says like closed until further notice, and it's like it looks like a cardboard that they just wrote like with Sharpie.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like,
is it really?
That's weird, but the doors are wide open.
Yeah.
And so usually there's a guy there checking IDs, but there's not. And so I'm like, well, fuck it, like let me walk in there, right? So I walk in to the front, and I walk inside, and I'm like, there's nobody here. It literally looks like a zombie apocalypse. Like, it's just like there's no bud tenders, there's no anybody anywhere. The lights are kind of off. I'm like, so I'm standing there for a second, and I was gonna use their ATM there, and I'm like looking around, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, this seems like a bad idea. Like, why am I standing in here still?
Set up,
so then I was like, hold on. So I walk out in front, and I'm looking around. I see those two guys, and I'm like, hey, so is there like anybody working in here, or? And all of a sudden he takes down his handkerchief and he goes, hey sweetheart, actually I just got raided by the fucking cops, so honestly just go in and take anything you want. So I turn around, and in my head I'm like, this is fucking weird. Yeah. Like, am I getting punked? And so I walked in, and I'm like standing there, and I'm like, do I really just grab anything? So then I'm like looking around, like, so I walk back and I'm like, I'm sorry sir, but I mean, anything? Like, I can just grab anything? Like, do you want money? Like, he's like, okay, this is a situation. And he goes in, and he's like, weird. Like, off his rigged, I could tell that from, like, the get, right?
I mean,
he says,
shirtless.
Yeah. He said, and he looks like he just got, like, done with a high chase. Like, his car's crashed. Like, it's just a mess, right? I don't know what the fuck's going on. And so I'm like, do I just take anything? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I just got raided by the fucking cops. They took everything, baby girl. They took everything. They took my money. They took everything. So it's just a matter of time. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm about to die anyways. I got bladder cancer. I'm pissing out blood in the bathtub. And I'm sitting there like, I'm the only one in there with him, right? I'm like, should I go? But then I was like, no, Jenna, I need some products. So, like, I don't want to go to another cannabis club. He's telling me to take anything I want. Do I do it? But I'm a good person. So I'm like, I don't want to take advantage of this guy. Yeah. So now I don't know what to do. So then he's like, here. So he moves, like, you know the glass tables with the weed inside?
Oh, yeah,
he starts pushing them. like we're in Tetris, like like when I could just walk around him.
Yeah.
But he's like making openings for me and shit, and I'm like, this just doesn't seem right. But as I'm talking about this in my head, I'm like grabbing weed, and then I'm like, okay, well, I came for the certain edibles because they have these specific ones that I like.
The squares.
Yes.
Those are bomb.
And so I was like, I gotta go there because they're the only ones I know that sell them, right? And so I was like, so I can just take like I had to get some edibles. Like, is it okay if I just grab a couple? He's like, grab all the packs, just grab all of them. I'm like, okay. And then other people start coming in, right?
Yeah.
Because it's obviously a cannabis club people go to.
Uh-huh.
And so one guy that's in there, I'm standing behind the counter and I'm like looking in the drawers. Like, I look like I worked there at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, hey, bro. And he looked at me. I'm like, is this weird? Like, he's like, you know, if you know the guy, then like, you know that he's just like open arms, like he's going through a lot of stuff right now. I used to work here actually, so like if he told you to get whatever the fuck you want, like just get whatever you want.
Wow.
So then I was like, okay, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I'm still not gonna take advantage of this dude because my thought in my head was like, damn it, I should have brought a backpack.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck was I thinking? I could have got something for Lou. I could have got something for everybody. And then I just went. I ended up walking out after. Hold on, I forgot this part. The dude goes, here, take some pre-rolls. He starts giving me all these plastic, pre-roll things. I like grab him, like, okay. He's like, here, give it to that guy. So I'm like, okay.
Here, this is from him.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't even work here, bro. And so then I was like, here you go. And then the guy, to some random stranger that wanted to buy weed, he doesn't know what's going on. The guy's just like frantically running around, acting crazy. And the guy's like, excuse me, there's nothing in here. In the pre-roll case that he just gave me.
Yeah.
So I look at mine, they're empty. I'm like, this dude's a dope fiend. Like, he's like something, let me not call him that, but something's fucking wrong.
Yeah.
I know like my meter of like drugs and shit like that. And I know when I know, like you just know when you see somebody that's like irate.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up like grabbing 2 quarters. I think I grabbed like 5 pre-rolls, but I'm so fucking stupid. I'm over here like reading labels like, I want a hybrid. This one looks good.
Been, like,
right? But I didn't even do that. So I had pockets, right? I had a
Yeah.
jacket with pockets. So I walk out and I end up dropping him like $60 because that's what I had.
Yeah.
But like I wanted to give him something and he
Yeah.
just said that the cops completely raided him. So I'm
Yeah.
like, whatever. And so I walked out and I was like, holy shit, did this just happen?
Yeah.
Because he was like, I appreciate you, baby girl. Like, bro, like, take care, all right? And I'm like, you take care too, sir.
Peeing blood and shit.
Yeah. And so then I called you.
Yeah.
Right away. I'm like, blood. You won't fucking believe this shit.
Yeah.
And then what happened on your side? Remember, you were like, we looked it up.
Oh yeah, we looked it up and like
It was a real deal.
yeah, my roommate like cause someone that saw it all happen on the street was like they took taking pictures of the raid as it happened and they're like, this was like 5 hours ago and I was like, Jenna just called me 4 hours ago.
Fucking crazy.
Like you missed it by like an hour. It was crazy how perfect your timing was. Like you were supposed to go there at that time. Like
I went there earlier than the day too.
Jesus was like, Jenna needs to get hooked up real quick.
Thank you, Jesus. But yeah, that's probably the craziest story. I couldn't believe it. Like when I was telling people about it, they were like, shut the fuck up. Like you just grabbed anything. I just have these like vivid like memories of me just like grabbing, like just looking around like, is this okay?
Right?
So that's my crazy weed story for sure.
I was thinking I have like another funny story that
Go
happened
for
to me
it.
since I was super. So, one of my old companies that I used to work for is it's a weed store. And like for employee appreciation, we all got like special like passes to a weed movie premiere.
Oh no.
And so like my friends and I were like, yo, meet us over here. It was at the movie theater in Northgate by Five Guys.
Okay, by my
And
house.
so the movie was supposed to take place at like 7 o'clock. And so I was like 5 or 6 p.m. That's horrible traffic going to that area.
Hell yeah.
So I was like, I need to be high for the drive and for the movie. So I was like, I took like 3 dab hits to the face and
Oh,
smoked
you're
a
fucking
pre-roll.
crazy. I can't do all that.
Yeah, and like, so I'm blazed as shit, but there's no traffic going up there. Like,
We also don't recommend smoking and driving, so
yes.
let's just put that out there. Disclaimer as a motherfucker. Go ahead.
Thank you. So I was illegally driving to the movie theaters with no traffic. And so like I texted my friends that I was gonna meet me there, like, yo, you guys, I beat you here, like I'm super high. I'm gonna meet you guys in Five Guys because I need to eat something to bring me down.
Yeah.
And so they're like, all right, we'll see you inside Five Guys. And so
wait, pause real quick. Don't forget where you're at. That's actually a very good rule right there. I just want to let everybody know that if you ever get too high and you start to feel funny and you feel like you're gonna die, all you have to do is just eat something.
Yep. Eat something.
If you have an edible, you're fucked. Yeah. But as for smoking, that's what I always tell people. Yeah. Like, just be careful because sometimes I felt weird before.
Oh yeah.
So just eat. And then it brings you back to life.
Yeah, it brings you back.
Okay, good.
So I walk into Five Guys, and I'm over here thinking in my head, I was like, ooh, I can go down the stairs or this ramp. I'm going to go down this cool ramp. I'm walking down, I was like, oh man, I'm on the wrong side now. I don't order here, I pick up here, and then I order there. And then I go to the register, and I'm sitting here trying to order, and I was like, do I want mayonnaise? Do I want ketchup? And then all of a sudden, the guy working the register goes, well, do you want mayonnaise? Do you want ketchup, bro?
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, sir, how did you just hear my thoughts? And he's like, bro, you've been talking hella loud since you got in here. I was like, for real? I was like, what did you hear? He's like, oh, I can walk down the ramp or the stairs. I'll go down the ramp. I don't order
He's
here.
like,
this
is
up here.
Weird.
I was like, oh shit, my bad, bro. And he's like, I got you, man. What do you want? And I was like, yeah, let me get a regular with mayo, ketchup, pickles. And I just started naming everything. He's like, stop. You want everything on the top line? I was like, yeah, just say top line, bro. And I was like, my bad, dog.
That's hella
And he's like, hey, you want fries with that? And I was like, all right, cool. And so I walked down, and then he's like, hey, look at me, get your food, okay? And I was like, all right. So we're looking at each other, and he puts my fries in the bag, and then he takes hella more fries and just starts scooping hella fries.
I love people like that.
I was like, I look at him and I was like, and he was like, I got you, bro.
Oh man, that's Stoners Unite right there.
Yeah, so that was my funniest idiot moment of being high for me recently.
That's fun. Oh, that was recent too?
Yeah, that was maybe like 2 years ago.
I think you told me that story before.
But that's the reason I love going to Five Guys now, just because they took care of me.
Yeah, that's the best. Whenever I get like extra tacos or something from like Taco Bell, like on accident, or I'll be like, oh, I didn't order that. They're like, it's okay, keep it. I'm like, really?
Thanks, fam.
I'm like, bruh, like that means so much to me.
You want to go to my cousin's birthday?
For real? Do you want to like exchange Instagram names? We could be friends. Totally. Anything else you want to pimp? Talk about?
No, I mean, that's all I can think of.
Okay. Let's call it quits then. Remember, I'm still doing that thing where if you need advice, I'm doing a new thing, Lou Rawk, where, you know how people always hit me up on DMs and they ask me like about certain things in life, or like people just get really personal with me. So I'm like, let's use it to help other people, right? So I want people to DM me if they need my advice on something, whether it be like relationships, whether it be anything, working out, and then I'd bring it up on the podcast in hopes that like other people are going through the same thing and it's relatable, and it'd be anonymous or not anonymous. But so I've been telling people, hit me up on a DM, and just let me know if you need my help.
Cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a new little segment.
Oh, I like it. Some therapy.
Yeah.
On the couch with Jay all day.
There
Charge
you go.
by the minute.
Too bad this is free. Maybe one day. Maybe
one day
I'll be able to charge. I do have my, human development degree, so counseling.
Oh, okay.
That was gonna be the way of my life before I went to radio.
Okay.
But then I took a hard left.
Okay, counselor.
Here I am now. But anyways, you can always hit us up. You can hit me up on my Instagram. I almost blanked out there for a second. At JAllDay87.
Cool.
And Lou?
Oh, I'm at LOU.RAWK.
Alright, well, thanks for tuning in. This is episode 7, and we'll be back later.
Peace.
Peace.